The one thing that 10x my results with AI coding agents, refactoring my code base. And before you ask it to build anything else for you, I'm serious, have it go refactor. This one move broke me out of error cycles that I was stuck in. Stopped Claude Code from hallucinating and made every single feature build faster and cleaner. Yesterday, I was on call with my buddy and he was showing me his Claude Code project and it was struggling to read a page. The AI kept saying things like, I can't access this page, it's too many lines, it's over my token limit. It was using almost 40,000 tokens every time just to read the file. I said, stop, you need to refactor first and try again. After sending a simple 3-line prompt, his 3,500 line homepage was only 800 lines. And it worked the first try. Plus, there's more reasons that make it even more powerful than just this. Here's the thing with AI coding agents that nobody really seems to be talking about. The size of your code directly impacts the quality of your results. Every line of bloated code eats up your context window, and when your context window gets eaten up, 3 things can happen. The AI starts hallucinating, you'll get stuck in error cycles, and new features will take 10 times longer than they should have to build. If you're using Claude Code or any other coding agents, and if your results keep getting worse, it's not the AI, it's actually your code base. Luckily, there's a dead simple solution that most developers just completely ignore. Refactoring. Here's something I discovered that changed everything for me. If you're stuck in an error cycle, first refactor and then try making the fix again. I'm serious, it's like a cheat code. You know when you're trying to add a feature and Claude Code just keeps giving you the same broken solution over and over? That's because it can't really see the full picture anymore because your code base is getting so bloated. When you refactor, you're essentially giving the AI kind of a clearer map of your code. It can now understand much more easily what each piece does, how the components connect, and where the actual problems lie. And here's the kicker. I've used this to break out of error cycles time and time again. Even those really sticky ones that can take an hour or 2 with complex debugging and error logs already in place. Once I refactored the problem component again and then ran the fix once more, boom, it started working. Now that's great, don't get me wrong, but some of the real magic is actually what's happening underneath the hood, and let me explain why. Refactoring is essentially a 10x multiplier for AI coding agents. Every time Claude Code reads your codes, it uses tokens. And remember, these tokens are kind of like the AI's working memory. The more bloated your code, the more tokens it burns, just trying to understand what's even going on. In the case of my buddy, the bloated component was taking up almost 40,000 tokens, which in a 200,000 context window is 20% or 1/5. And he's already starting to enter the dumb zone after only one command. After refactoring, we got it down to just 800 lines, and that was only one simple refactor. I'm sure he could go component by component, feature by feature, and get even more. Now that we refactored, we've given the AI room to actually think, plan, and write better solutions. Less code equals less tokens equals more brain power for your AI's problem solving. And when you have more context window available, the AI doesn't just work better, it stops hallucinating. You know those times when your AI coding agent just invents errors or lies of things that don't even really exist or aren't true in reality? That actually comes a lot of times from bloated code or maxed out context windows. All right, so you know what the benefits of refactoring are, but how do you actually refactor with your coding agent or Claude Code? Well, it's stupidly simple, like 3 lines. You literally just tell it, please refactor X feature. Use GrepMCP to find working code samples on GitHub. Use subagents and tools in parallel. If you tell it those 3 lines, replace feature for page or feature for component, and I promise you it will work. As you know, the GrepMCP line is in there so that it can analyze and find the best practices from existing code bases that are already in production and refactor you down to the simplest, most efficient form. Now, if you don't know what this is, it can sound scary. Restructure everything? Well, it restructures everything while keeping functionality completely. The reason we do it in parallel is just for speed. Same functionality, way cleaner code. Now here's a pro move that I use. If you have a component with multiple features inside of it, refactor it by the feature instead of by the whole component. When I was doing my social media cross-posting, post composer thing, I said, refactor the Instagram feature of the post composer. Refactor the YouTube feature of the post composer. Refactor the UI of the post composer. This made troubleshooting for me way easier because each feature is now isolated. When something breaks, I know exactly where to look. And when I'm adding these new features, Claude Code can just focus right on the relevant piece instead of parsing through the entire component. Now, I know what you're thinking, but what if refactoring might break my code? I'm here to tell you I've refactored over 100 times at this point, and I've never, not once, ever had anything break. Claude Code is very good at refactoring, and I'm sure other coding agents are too. It really just makes it cleaner and more efficient. With coding agents, I've yet to find a downside to Refactor. Same code, smaller file, better AI results. I mean, that's the trade-off. Look, in my mind, here's the bottom line. If you're serious about using the AI coding agents, you need to treat refactoring just like I do, like regular maintenance. Your car needs oil changes, your code base needs refactoring. After a long, comprehensive session on some components, go ahead and refactor them while you're doing something chill for the night. And just remember the benefits: smaller, more efficient code, better AI performance, fewer hallucinations. You can break out of the error cycles easier. Troubleshooting becomes easier, and it doesn't even take that long to run. So if you're struggling with Claude Code or any AI coding agent that you're using, don't blame the AI. Refactor the code first and then try again. Trust me on this one. I do it every single day. Hey guys, it's been Nolan Grout. Thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed this little simple tip. I mean, it was a real situation I ran into with my buddy the other day. And, you know, Claude was telling him, holy crap, this is a monolith of a component. And when I saw how much of his token usage it was eating up, it just blew my mind. And I said, bro, have you been like struggling more and more? And he's like, yeah. I'm like, okay, I need to make a video on this. Like as soon as I have time to make another video, this is what I'm talking about. So I know there's still more stuff you want me to release about automations, how I use the Forge template, just basically how I do a lot of my stuff in general. I know there's a lot that you want me to show you guys, so I will be doing that shortly. I promise. Just gotta bear with me, you know. Still got work to do, client stuff to do, things like that. So if there's any questions you have about refactoring, leave them in the comments below. But yeah, I promise, use those 3 lines and it'll work beautifully. So yeah, I don't have a school community yet personally, but if you want to join the one that I am in learning from every day, there's a link for that. If you want me to build some AI automations, AI agents, a full stack web app, whatever for you, there's a link for a 30-minute call with me down below. That's for people who want to build things with me. So yeah, if you received an email saying, I'm sorry, I don't think I can help you, then that's the reason for that. I mean, it's for my clients to book with me, and I can't be taking calls for everybody. I'm working on putting a school community together myself, which is that way we can do like a weekly call and we can all hop in and I can answer whatever questions, you know, once, maybe twice a week we'll do it. But there were just too many signups for basic talk. So I'm sorry if I wasn't able to get to you guys. I appreciate all the support though. I just was too busy, had other conflicts that were already scheduled, and things like that. So I appreciate your understanding. Hope you enjoyed. This has been Nolan, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.